What's going on, traders? Clay here with Top One Trader. Let's get into the weekly outlook video. That sounded kind of weird. All right, so last week of February, it's a short month. In fact, it's the shortest month of the year. So it kind of felt like it went by pretty fast. And you know, this week, not much to speak out in terms of data. Now, there's a ton of interesting things happening geopolitically for sure, like an armada in the Middle East that is assembling, and then like right around Iranian conflict, and also the tariffs were deemed, I believe, this was Friday, unconstitutional or something along those lines. So the tariffs are rolling back for now. So other than that, though, I mean, there's not really, we have PPI Friday, unemployment claims Thursday, but that's about it. So let's take a look at some of these dollar pairs specifically. I got NZD, USD pulled up right here. Now, I think that, some of the way these dollar pairs are setting up, it looks like, and I could be wrong, that we might start gassing out and make some moves lower, right? So, if we look at GBP USD, for example, it's already broken below the 200 SMA. AU, Aussie's been super strong, super strong. All you have to do is look at pound Aussie, right? This thing has been in a downward spiral for a long, long time. And, I love trading this pair when it's available. But we haven't had a big pullback on it since well over a month ago, right? And that's the extent of this move to the downside. Gold started to make its moves up. I think maybe that's correlated with some of these moves with Australian dollars. It's not necessarily a direct correlation, but there is a correlation there. So now if we take a look at, say, Euro USD, it's trading below 200 here. Of course, we dropped down below here, but it's not showing near as much strength as NZD USD, right? So now to kind of wrap it all up here, I wouldn't be surprised to see us make some sort of move lower, some sort of move higher, and then rejecting lower, maybe to just kind of accumulate around this area a little bit, or to really start making some moves to the downside. But that would depend on whether or not the dollar will break out. So I mapped this out last week. This little said, hey, look for this fair value gap to get hit, and this is where the market closed out on Friday. So pretty much bang on. So now we're at a pretty much like a area. Are we going to push higher or lower? I think this is a make or break area for the dollar going out to start the week. So the thing is, we don't have any big major news events, so this should be a pretty technical occurrence, depending on what happens. Now if we go to the daily time frame, right? It's kind of interesting because we see a little divergence down here, but I usually stick to the 4 hour, and to me, we're at a make or break point. And if we break above these highs, I would look for that dollar strength to continue, and getting in somewhere on GU since it's already showing weakness, or if we fail up here on Aussie dollar, could be a really good setup. So let's have a great week, everybody. We appreciate y'all. Last week of the second month of the year 2026, so let's go. Peace.